Everyone gets great deals on their first year's worth of hosting, your domain name, it's all bundled together and it's lovely. But what about your second year or your third year, where you might want to move to a different hosting provider with a better offer, but you're kind of locked in because it's such a pain in the butt to move. So what do? We make moving easy. That's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So let's get down to the old computer here, and we are going to make moving from one hosting provider to another with a backup and a migration super simple. Let's have a look at my website and get it done. So this is my website, and I want to create a full backup of this so that I can transfer it from its current hosting provider, which is essentially where I've got all of this, my admin dashboard. And I want to transfer that over to here. I'm moving over to Bluehost. This has nothing on it. I want to create a backup of this particular site right here and send it over to my new Bluehost site. It's actually very, very simple. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the WordPress admin dashboard. I'm going to head down to plugins and go to add new plugin. You can't really do this easily or sometimes at all without a plugin. So let's go across to the search plugins in the top right hand corner there, and we are going to search for Duplicator. There we have it, just here, and we can just click on install now, hang around for just a second and activate. Once that's activated, it's going to drop you here to the backups page. We have no backups, of course, yet, so let's create a new one by just going create new just here. Here you're going to get a couple of options, such as what you want to name your particular backup. If you do have the pro version of Duplicator, you're able to select exactly what it is you want to be backing up, but we do want a full site backup today, which is what this is. And then same here with the installer files. We don't really need to worry about any of this, although I maybe would recommend enabling the password protection and putting a password on there. But we don't need to worry about that today. We're just going to go ahead and click on next, where it's going to run a scan. So that scan is just making sure that everything is good for the backup. As you can see here, took less than a second. It's very, very fast. As long as all of this is either good or noticed, you can check the notices if you want. It's never anything too bad, I find. We're just going to go ahead and click on build. Now, the build will take a little bit longer, but probably only a couple of minutes, and it will be dependent upon the size of your website. So we're just going to leave this for a second and come back, and I'll show you how long it took. There we go, the build is complete. Took less than a minute, 57 seconds there. And what this is giving me now is some backup files, an installer and an archive file. I need both of these. So what I want to do here is I just want to click on download both files. This is going to drop them onto my computer, in my case into my downloads file. So let's just click there. And here we go, we can see I have both files, the installer and the archive file, in my downloads, ready to use, which means we can now move along to essentially step number 2. We can head across to our new hosting provider, in my case, Bluehost, and we can get that installer file and the archive file into here. Okay, I find the easiest way to do this is to go to Bluehost or whoever your new hosting provider is. They're going to install WordPress for you. Let that happen. That's completely fine. So once you have WordPress installed, what you're going to be able to do is access the WordPress admin dashboard, this one right here. So if I just quickly go across to the dashboard. So what I can do from here now is I can install Duplicator. This is where we need Duplicator Pro to make this as easy as possible. So I'm going to go to plugins and I'm going to go to add new plugin. Just up the top here, I'm going to go to upload plugin, and then I am going to drag into that space my Duplicator Pro download file. So once you have Duplicator Pro, you're going to be able to download this particular file here, which I'm just going to drop just here. There we go. And I'm just go ahead and click on install now. I'm going to hang around for a second while that does install. And once it's done, we're going to be able to activate the plugin. There it is. Scooch across and activate plugin. So that's installed, but you can see here it's telling me I need to activate my license. So I can just click on activate my license and paste my license key up into here. Again, once you have Duplicator Pro, this is all going to be available to you. So let's just paste that in there and activate. This is now going to allow me to go to Duplicator Pro, and I can simply go to Import Backups just here. From Import Backups, I can just drag and drop my installer PHP file just into here. So I can take my file and I can just drop it there. So this is my archive file, sorry. And there you have it. So this is immediately loading up my website. This shouldn't take too long. It's saying it's going to take about 3 minutes for it to back up my site, or to essentially restore my site. We've done the backup. This is to restore it. So we're going to restore the site and see what it looks like. See if it matches up with that site that we had before. There we go. That's complete. So we can just go to continue. It's going to give me the option to set a disaster recovery point. We're not going to do that right now, but stick with me. I will show you how to do that at the end. So we're just going to go ahead and launch the installer. So here we just need to tell it to connect to the database that we have created by clicking on apply, and I'm going to validate that as well. From here, it's just saying that it's going to overwrite install all the data. That's completely fine. And then I just want to read and accept all the terms and notices and go next. So this is going to extract all the files, install the database. This might take a couple of minutes to do. And then we should have a full, oh, there we I'm talking and it's already done. That's how fast that was. All I actually need to do now is to just go to admin login, just to remove all the installation files and finalize the process. So I'm just going to click on admin login right here. And there we go. It shows me that my site has been successfully migrated. So everything has been moved across. And now we can go and take a look at the website, and hopefully it looks exactly as we expect. And there we have it. There is my website, back renewed exactly as you would expect and exactly as it looked before. Nothing has changed, and we've managed to move from a backup to a full restore on a brand new hosting provider. And there we go. But we were talking about disaster recovery. So we want to get that done. And if you want to know how to do that, you want to click this video right here.